best way to get started playing guitar? I'm going to give you some advice if you're a beginner. Say you're just starting out, you're saying, hey, I think playing guitar would be kind of cool. I want to play. So I'd like to help you out and just give you a couple pointers to get you started in the right direction. The first thing, and it's pretty obvious, you're going to need to have a guitar. Some people don't know, should I get an electric? Should I get an acoustic? The biggest myth I found when I was teaching is that people think you have to start on acoustic and then go to electric. That's definitely a myth. If you like electric music and you want to be an electric guitar player, play an electric guitar. You're going to learn the same things on an electric or acoustic. They have the same 6 strings, and you learn the same chords in the beginning, same notes. As you get a little further into it, you might have some different chords used for acoustic, and you might have some more lead techniques that you would use for an electric. So as you get a little more advanced, that would change. But to start off with, pick the one you like. I recommend you go to a music store and sit down with a couple and see which one feels comfortable to you as well. Not only just the way it sits on your body, but on your hand. Put your hand around the neck, because sometimes the necks could be a little thinner, they could be a little thicker. If you have smaller hands, you want to have a little thinner here on the neck width. If you have big hands, you might want to have a little fatter width on here so it could fit your hand better. So that's one thing to consider. The next thing, if you have an electric guitar, you should get a little practice amp because it helps to hear it a little easier. I also recommend you getting a collection of picks, all different gauges, from thin to thick, because there's different times, no matter if you're playing electric or acoustic, that you will use thin picks, and different times you use thick picks. When you're doing more riffs and leads, you use thicker picks. When you do more strumming, it's more the thinner picks. It's always also good to get an extra set of strings, because the strings do break. Not a lot in the beginning, but you could break a string if you just hit a little too hard or if it has a little weak spot in it. So you want to have an extra set on hand so that you could always change it if you need to. And it's not a big deal to change a string. We have some tutorials on how to change strings on Rock House U to help you change it very easily and quickly. So you need to have the guitar, you need the picks, you want to have an amp, like I said, that you could use. I also recommend you have a strap, because even right from the beginning, I recommend to my students to stand up and play, walk around, get comfortable with it. It has to start to feel natural to you as you're playing. As far as learning, you really need to have a well-guided system of learning. And I always recommend you having a private teacher as well. We have our Rock House U online courses. I have my Rock House books that we sell all around the world. But there's no substitute for having that teacher, private teacher, to give you one-on-one feedback for what you're doing. So definitely try to find a teacher, and if you don't have access to one, or if it's just something you can't do at this time, obviously then a learning system online is great, or to have some books to help you. But even if you're learning with a teacher, you want to have secondary content you could use to keep furthering your knowledge of the guitar. So a well-guided system you need to have, and a step-by-step process. Also, try to have some goals. You know, you're just starting out right now. Your goal might not be to play, at Madison Square Garden yet, but it might be just to play a couple songs and jam, get your own band started. So have some goals and try to achieve them. Set them out, write them down, check them off as you get them done. So that's just some tips to get you started. Get your electric guitar, acoustic guitar, and start playing. Practice consistently, and you'll be rocking in no time.